Raphael has the most attitude on the team, but with him being in every episode of the 2012 Ninja Turtle show, there are going to be some real standout episodes for this character. And that is the reason why today we'll be talking about the top 5 best Raphael episodes that are voted by you, the fans. And before we do get started, if you would like to leave a comment in the comment section below going over your favourite Raph episodes, I do think it would be interesting to hear what your favourite episodes are, but without further ado, let's get into this one. Let's go!
Oh, hey, is it that late?
For an honourable mention, it has to be the Moons or Follows 3. In this episode, the Turtles, April, Casey and the Futuroid crash land on an ice planet. But that is when they run into Mona Lisa and Commander Soul. And at first they don't like each other, but when they are forced to work together, they must, or otherwise they'll die. And this also starts the relationship with Raph and Mona Lisa. I was very surprised to hear that no one really thought that this was one of their favourite Raph episodes, just because I was really surprised, just because of how this relationship in general is just considered among the fans to be one of the best ones, and I was really surprised by that.
My nose will be ready.
So first up on the list is Ineta Tera. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong, so sorry. In this episode, Baxter Stockman has mutated people into bugs to work for him. But when the team try to stop him, they end up capturing half the team, and Raphael of Bugs has come back. While they were talking with Splinter, his fears went away and was able to fight the bugs. This episode was a good one for making the character a bit more relatable to the viewers, with him dealing with his fears, and I do think he was able to help quite a few people, I'd say, in dealing with the fears, phobia of bug problems, just general stuff which I do feel like quite a few people will be able to relate to the character. Next up on the list is The Good, The Bad and Casey Jones. In this episode we see Raph lose his temper and come in contact with a fan favourite character, Casey Jones. Both do try to kill each other at first, but then after that Raph eventually escapes, but then he goes out one night to just release a bit more anger. But when Raph returns home, Casey Jones follows him, which results in the Footbots following Casey Jones. But this results in the Footbots finding out where the Turtles live, and one Footbot actually scans the lair and tries to escape, which results in Raph and Casey tracking down the Footbot, chasing after him on the train tracks, subway, and just forcing the two characters to team up and put differences aside to be able to save the day. This episode has some amazing fights and some really cool moments within the episode. This episode doesn't really do too much for the character, but this episode is really entertaining and brings in another fan favourite character, and I would say that because it mainly revolves around Raph, it really does put this episode more as a really good, amazing episode for Raph.
Let's do this! Yeah!
Next up is Turtle Temper. When the Turtles are trying to stop the Krang, they are recorded by Vic. So Raph tries to scare him into giving him the video. However, this leads to Vic being captured by the Krang, but when the Turtles try to save him, he ends up getting mutated into spider bites. The Turtles stop him, and that is the last we see of him for this season. This is a very early episode in the show that was able to deal with a character's biggest problem, which was his anger. And with the inclusion of a new mutant, what is there not to love about this episode? It's just so amazing.
We're not Kung Fu frogs, we're Ninja Turtles.
Next up is Slash and Destroy. When Spike goes into mutation, he is transformed into a big hulking turtle, but not as all as it seems. When Raph and Slash go outside to try and take on some crime and really do what Raph wanted to do with his brothers, things go from bad to worse really quickly. Because Slash wants to take out Raph's brothers, but Raph still wants them around because, well, they're his brothers. But this sadly leads to a big fight with Raph and Slash, where the only way that Raph was able to defeat him was by throwing him off a building. This episode was just so amazing with its fight scenes, with the Raph and Slash fight being one of the best in the show. God, it is just so amazing. And the inclusion of Slash being Smike, I would say that it made the episode overall a bit more emotional and just that tad bit more better and just amazing.
Leo! Having tea time?
The last one on the list is Toko vs the world. In this episode, Toko is back and is looking for her kid, which is Chompy. VPF sees this as a big threat and intends on killing Toko, but Raph has another plan to protect everyone, including the Earth, Toko, Chompy, just everyone really. He makes his way up to Toko and gives up Chompy, but Chompy wants to stay with Raph, and so it does. This episode was very emotional, especially when Raph gives up Chompy. While I would say that this whole story might not work really well for TMNT and could be a bit repetitive with another alien wanting to come to Earth, it still finds a way to be fresh and still brand new at the same time, which really works. I do also find that this comment on Reddit was a bit interesting, and I feel like for some people it may sum up this whole episode in general. I don't know what to say about this comment. It was interesting and it made me laugh, and I want to share it with the world. Oh, God's sake.
We're training. Yeah, I'm training Chompy to be the ultimate warrior.
But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree with this list. If you don't, comment your list in the comment section below, as I'm really interested to hear what your favourite episodes are. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you do love them, please share, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.
What? I said I wasn't angry!